today I wanted to share with you one of my most popular recipes. They are my homemade Copycat Cliff breakfast bars. These are a favorite for my husband. He takes one on his way to work every single morning. It's just something quick that he can grab out of the fridge and get out the door. So let's get started. First, what we're going to do is make our own oat flour. It's just very simple. You're going to start with 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. This is all done in my blender. This is the Ninja Ultima blender. This is about as close as you're going to get to a Vitamix, and these are a very big fraction of the cost of a Vitamix. So I love this. This makes the finest oat flour that I have ever made. So anyways, we're going to add 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. And before we add any other ingredients, we want to blend this up first. If you noticed in that last clip, I tilted the blender up a little bit on one side. That way I don't have to stir anything with a spatula to get all the oats to come down. It naturally does a swirling process and it makes really good flour without me having to stir anything up. So anyways, there we go. Now we're just going to add all the rest of the ingredients, blend it up, and we're done. Just bake them in the oven and we're done. It's super, super simple. So first thing we're going to do is add 2 tablespoons of cocoa, any kind of cocoa powder you have. I have tested this recipe I don't know how many times, and this is what I'm showing you is my husband's favorite. So we're going from that. Next, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of liquid sugar of some sort. So we don't eat processed regular sugar in our home. So this is actually agave nectar. I have used honey and pure maple syrup as well, and he likes that. So either of those 3 work perfect. Next, we are going to crack 2 eggs. If you cannot use eggs or eat eggs, a great substitute would be the flaxseed egg replacement. Okay, next we're going to add 2 bananas. Again, if you cannot have bananas, then you could do a pureed pumpkin or a squash. Even applesauce would work. I have even tried this with avocado, and it works too. My husband likes the banana flavor, so that is why today I am using bananas. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. You can use any nut butter. This peanut butter I purchased from Aldi's. It has cane sugar in it, so it's a little bit healthier than regular old peanut butter. You could also use a natural peanut butter that does not have any sweetener in it. Okay. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Yes, I am just eyeballing that. And then a dash of salt. If you don't add the salt, you are missing out. You just need to add a dash of salt. It really does amp up the flavor just like salt is meant to do. So now we're just going to blend it up and it'll be ready. You will need to run a spatula along the edges halfway through the blending process just to make sure that everything gets pureed together. Okay, so now everything is well blended. I am going to take the blade out. then I'm going to just run my spatula around the sides one more time. There is some oat flour at the top, but that is not a big deal at all. Okay, the next thing that we're going to add is our chocolate chips. You can use any chocolate chips that you would like. Enjoy Life, Lily's chocolate chips, those are actually my very favorite. They are sweetened with erythritol and stevia. Today I just have a dark chocolate chip. If you can only afford to buy a cheaper chocolate chip, try to choose a semi-sweet or a dark chocolate because there is less sugar in that. So a half a cup. Also, you don't need to add chocolate chips if you don't want to, but my husband prefers that extra chocolatey goodness. This is a very thick batter. It is not runny. It's mostly a consistency of paste. It's the only way I can think to describe it. Okay, I have a greased 8x8 baking dish. We're just going to pour our mixture right in. Okay, I have my batter evenly distributed. As you can see, it's very thick. That's what we want. We're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes, and then we will let them cool for 45 minutes before we cut them. Okay, I just took my breakfast bars out of the oven. They are piping hot, but I just wanted to let you know, you'll know they're done when you tap the top, and it's very firm. There should be no give to it. If there is a give, then they are not done. You want the top to be very, very firm. So we're just going to let these cool for about 45 minutes, and then we will cut them into bars and get them wrapped up. Okay, so my bars are cooled. I'm going to cut them into 6 bars. Find the middle. These bars are so nice. They do not crumble at all. That's the best part. So I just cut a line down the middle, and now I turn it over, and now I'm going to cut this into thirds. I'm just using a little silicone spatula. I should actually run this around the edge. Okay, the first one is always the hardest to get out. They're wanting to be difficult today. Of course, when I'm filming a video, trying to see which one's gonna lift the easiest. I have never had a bar cut in or break into a piece. They've always stayed whole, so. There we go. Got the first one out. There you go. Pretty, pretty. I'm just gonna put them on my drying rack here. Can't really see that in the camera. It's just a little drying rack. I don't know why they're being so stubborn today. My knife actually might work better. I normally just use a little bit of olive oil to coat my pan, but today I used a vegetable oil, so maybe that's why they're sticking, I don't know. But I just ran out of olive oil. Okay, almost done. I can feel a little bit of warmth in these. I am going to let them sit on this rack for, oh, I got chocolate all over me, for probably about 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. I'm just gonna let these rest. I don't want any heat in them before I wrap them up to put them in the fridge. So let's just let these rest for 10 minutes or 20. Okay, so my bars are completely cool. Now I will tell you, it is much easier to wrap these in saran wrap. I am completely out, and instead of running to the store and grabbing it, I'm just going to use what I have because I'm trying to be frugal and I'm trying to not spend as much as a box of Clif Bars cost. So I am just taking wax paper. It really doesn't matter, and I know that my husband does not mind. So I am just going to wrap these in wax paper. What I do is I just take the bar and I flip it upside down, and you just fold it like a burrito. So just take the two ends together, wrap it over, ta-da, and you're done. I store mine in this little Tupperware container. He just takes one out every morning and hits the road. So this is how we do it, and it's just, we've been doing this for almost 2 years. It's just so simple. So I'm just going to finish up these bars. Even parchment paper works. And I'm always able to fit all 6 of these right in this container. It's just a Rubbermaid container, probably from the dollar store. And the last one. Okay. Just stick the lid on, pop them in the fridge, and they are ready to go for the week. That is how I make my super frugal Copycat Clif breakfast bars. They are super duper delicious. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.